In this video we are going to talk about the all-inclusive vacation to Venice, Italy. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. What is the approximate cost of your trip to Venice? Your holiday in Venice should cost roughly €181, $190 per day, which is the average daily price based on the spending of previous guests. Previous tourists spent an average of €52, $54 on meals and €22, $23 on local transportation in one day. In addition, a couple's accommodation in Venice costs €186, $196. As a result, a one-week trip to Venice for two individuals costs on average €2,527, $2,665. These average travel rates were gathered from other travelers to assist you in planning your own trip budget. A one-week vacation in Venice normally costs roughly €1,264 per person. So, a one-week trip to Venice for two people costs roughly €2,527. In Venice, a two-week holiday for two individuals costs €5,054. When traveling as a family of 3 or 4, the cost per person generally decreases because children's tickets are less expensive and hotel rooms can be shared. Your daily budget will decrease if you travel slower over a longer period of time. A monthly budget for two individuals traveling together in Venice is generally less than a weekly budget for one person traveling alone. Taxis in Venice are much more expensive than public transit. Past visitors to Venice have paid an average of €22 per person per day on local transportation. Similarly, the cost of renting a car in Venice is determined on the dates, vehicle type, location, and your age. We prefer Kayak because they can compare all vehicle rental businesses and get the cheapest deals. While meal costs in Venice vary, the average daily food expense in Venice is €52. Based on past tourist spending habits, an average lunch in Venice should cost roughly €21 per person while dining out. Breakfast is frequently less expensive than lunch or dinner. Food in sit-down restaurants in Venice is frequently more expensive than fast cuisine or street food. The average cost of entertainment and activities in Venice is €80 per person per day. This covers prices for museum and attraction admission tickets, day tours, and other sightseeing charges. In Venice, the average person spends roughly €19 per day on alcoholic beverages. Despite your bigger budget, the more you spend on booze, the more fun you may have. Venice's canals are one of the world's most popular and copied destinations. Venice was once the epicenter of politics, exploration, the arts, and architecture. That past is very much alive and thriving now. It is unlike any other metropolis on the planet. Getting lost in the passageways is the finest way to immerse oneself in Venice. It's actually fairly simple, and you'll find yourself stumbling into some of the most interesting spots away from the throngs of people in Piazza San Marco. Venice is a city that is all about the vibe. While there are plenty of sights to see, remember why you came here in the first place: the unique surroundings and stunning backdrop. While Venice is a popular tourist destination, getting up early can help you avoid the congestion. Wake up with the sunrise to view the city at its most gorgeous. The spectacular lighting as the sun rises above the horizon creates an eerie atmosphere, and it's an experience you'll have with relatively few other people. You may experience a side of Venice that many tourists overlook if you think outside the box and plan beforehand. Venice is best visited in the spring and fall. The weather is pleasant, and the tourist season is past. You may see a much quieter and peaceful side of Venice during the winter months, between November and January, but the weather is frequently chilly, windy, and damp. It's also possible that it'll be foggy. Summer is the busiest season, yet it is still worthwhile to visit Venice at any time of year. Venice's water levels rise and flood the city several times a year. This happens more frequently throughout the winter months, and it usually only lasts a few hours during high tide. During instances of flooding, sirens sound to warn people and businesses of the danger. Venice is a city for wandering, but while you're there, make sure to stop by some of the must-see attractions. Of course, no trip to Venice is complete without a visit to St. Mark's Basilica, which is located in the heart of Piazza San Marco. For the finest views and photography opportunities, get up early when the light is low and the crowds are thin. Go to the Doge's Palace and the top of the St. Mark's Bell Tower. If you're looking for some fun day adventures, take a boat to Murano to observe the famous glass blowing. In addition, the colorful town of Burano is incredibly lovely and a terrific place to have a tasty pastry. A short ferry ride will take you to either of these towns. They can also be integrated into a single-day excursion. Venice's historic core is separated into 6 districts. Cannaregio, Castello, San Marco, Dorsoduro, San Polo, and Santa Croce are among the sestieri that make up the city. The lagoon's outlying islands are likewise considered part of Venice. Giudecca, Est Michele, Murano, Mazzorbo, Burano, Torcello, and Sant'Erasmo are among them. Lido and S. Francesco del Deserto. Venice also includes Mestre, which is located on the mainland. Venice hosts numerous festivals and events. Bobilona, or a man-powered boat race, Regatta Storica, which showcases historical Venetian vessels, the Venice International Film Festival, and, of course, the Carnival of Venice are among the most popular. Venice is also an excellent starting point for exploring the surrounding countryside and smaller towns in northeastern Italy. A few suggestions include Lake Garda, Verona, for Romeo and Juliet, Padua, and the Prosecco region. A trip to the Dolomites from Venice is also a terrific way to see the gorgeous mountain scenery. In Venice, there are some excellent restaurants serving regional food. Local delicacies like polenta and risotto with cuttlefish ink sauce are normally of exceptional quality and highly recommended, while pizza in the city is considered among of the worst in Italy and should be avoided. After all, Venice is located on the water. Restaurants, on the other hand, might be hit or miss, so do your research and read reviews before deciding. In general, avoid restaurants with servers soliciting your patronage from the street. Because there are no automobiles in Venice, it is very walking. In roughly an hour, you may walk around the Rialtine Islands, or the main part of Venice, from one end to the other. Obviously, you'll want a lot more time to see the sights and get lost, which is one of the nicest things to do. There are also vaporetti, water buses, and water taxis to choose from. Vaporettas are an excellent way to move around because they are essentially buses that go on set routes and are far less expensive than water taxis. Gondola rides are popular, but they are primarily used for sightseeing rather than transportation. They are pricey, and you should budget at least €30 to €40 for a journey. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.